They stuck me in the kitchen at my brother's wedding. I pulled our $30 contract. Y'all, I'm Sarah, Dallas Tech CEO, and that move crushed their lies. This Reddit stories ain't just revenge. It's taken back respect from drama family shade. Ever been dissed by kin you trusted? Drop your city below. What's your drama story spark? Smash that like, subscribe for more Reddit heat. My navy dress swished on the oak-lined Deep Ellum Estate patio, June 2024. The Dallas evening warm with champagne fizz. White roses blooming like lilies, wedding to my brother Ryan, was a southern dream. As CEO of Nexus Technologies, I'd signed a $30 million contract with Lily's father, Frank's firm, but my seat was in the kitchen. 2 folding chairs, a makeshift tablecloth, the caterers clatter my view, Ellen's Ryan's the star, and James's business builds character from my teens stung. My $200 million company, a ghost they ignored. I adjusted my clutch, the jukebox from a nearby bar thumping faintly, my stomach nodding as I checked the seating chart. No Powell table for me, just Sarah Powell +1 by the service door. Nora's, "They're snakes, Sarah," buzzed from her text. But I'd hoped Ryan's wedding, my tailored dress, and Ethan, my venture capitalist date, might shift their shade. I'd clawed through MIT, 80-hour weeks, ramen nights, built Nexus from my couch, yet Ellen's hobby jab at my science fairs kept me invisible. At 6:45, I stood by the fountain. Ethan's, "This place is wild, soft," my smile practiced. Lily floated in, her silk gown glowing, air kissing my cheeks. "Sarah, you came," she chirped, her navy's practical, flicking my dress, her pastel family photo hint sharp. Ellen waved, her Ryan's big day loud for Lily's friends, James clapping Frank's shoulder by the bar. "You're Scott's sister?" Frank asked, his handshake firm, his "Nexus is gold, $30 million deal," warm, till Ellen's "She's our computer gal" cut in, her laugh sugary. My teeth clenched, Ryan's "Construction's real work" from last Christmas raw, my contract buried under their shine. The planner frowned at my name, her tablet scrolling. "Powell, you're at O," she muttered, her oversight excuse thin as she led us past chandeliers to the kitchen. A small table sat by steaming pots, staff bustling, the grease tang sharp. "You're kiddin'," Ethan said, his tie tight. "I'm the groom's sister," I growled, my RSVP sent months ago. The manager stammered, her last-minute changes pointing to Lily's business associates. My chest burned. $30 million for Frank's firm and I got the help's corner? Lily appeared, champagne flute glinting, her problem saccharine. "You put me in the kitchen," I said, voice low. "Ryan's sister." Her sip was slow, her "we prioritized daddy's partners" a blade. "Ryan approved it," she added, her smile sharp. Ryan's silence from last night's call. Seating's handled. A fresh cut. My brother, my $200 million firm, and I was catering staff? Ethan's "this ain't right" was firm, but Lily's "help belongs in the kitchen" sneered, her humble roots jab slicing deep, staff pausing mid-chop. My hands shook. Ellen's "Scott's the legacy" from my MIT grad dinner raw, James's "computers ain't business" a sting. I'd built Nexus, 65 employees, global clients, without their dime, yet their hobby label stuck. Nora's "you're enough" buzzed, grounding me like a Texas oak. "Ethan, need a minute," I said, my clutch heavy with Nexus's contract copy. He nodded, stepping out, his "I'm here" soft. Alone in the restroom, tears burned. I'd hoped this wedding, my deal, would make him see me. Flashback to last summer. Their Oak Cliff porch, 2023. I'd landed the $30 million deal. Ellen's "Ryan's promotion's big" loud. James nodded, said, "He's our legacy." I stood there, my contract buried, no nod, no thanks. Ryan smirked, said, "Tech's a side gig." I thought family was giving till you broke. I wiped my eyes, the city's neon flickering beyond the estate. Lily's contempt, Ryan's nod, Ellen's silence. They thought I'd stay there, nobody. But my $30 million deal, my firm, was no hobby. I'd funded their water bill, Ryan's frat dues, and got the kitchen for it. Nora's "You're free" was my spark, my resolve hard as Dallas oak. I'd walk back to that tent, not for their nod, but my worth, ready to pull the plug they'd never see coming. Ever been dissed at a family event? Drop it below. My navy dress clung tight in the Deep Ellum Estates kitchen, June 2024. The Dallas evening thick with grease tang, my clutch heavy with Nexus Technologies' $30 million contract, as Lily's "help belongs in the kitchen" sneer, and Ryan's seating approval scorched my chest. I'd built my $200 million firm from ramen nights, signed Frank's real estate empire to save him millions, yet sat by steaming pots while Ellen's "Ryan's our star" echoed from my teens. Ethan's "this ain't right" from moments ago fueled me. Nora's "you're enough" buzzing in my phone, my boots ready to burn their stage. I strode through the tent's chandeliers, the jukebox from a nearby bar thumping faintly, my jaw set as I hit the head table, Frank mid-pitch about his merger, Ryan nodding like a puppet, Lily's champagne flute glinting. "Discussin' my software?" I said, voice low, cutting their chatter. Frank's smile faltered, his "Sarah, join us" forced, Ellen's rose-scented handkerchief twitching. Ryan's later "sis" was tight, but I locked eyes with Frank. "Nexus's system, 30 deal, y'all bragging about my work while I'm in the kitchen?" The crowd hushed, a businessman's fork clinking, Ethan's hand on my back steady. Lily's laugh was shrill, her seating mix-up, no fuss, dripping shade, her practical navy jab raw. "Mix-up?" I said, my voice iron. Ryan signed off, Lily planned it. "Your help don't sit with associates." Frank's brow creased, his "what's this?" confused, but Ryan's silence screamed. I'd clawed through MIT, 80-hour weeks, their hobby shade, built Nexus, 65 employees, global clients, yet they hid me like a dirty plate. "Sarah, you're making a scene," Ellen hissed, her family first from my grad dinner a lie. I pulled my phone, my resolve hard as Dallas oak. "No scene, just business," I said, dialing Gregory, my COO, on speaker. "Greg, it's Sarah. Cancel the $30 million Bradford contract, effective now." Gasps rippled, Ryan's face draining, Lily's flute trembling. "Termination papers by Monday," I added, ending the call, my clutch's contract copy heavy. Frank half stood, his "Vanessa, what's this?" sharp, his silver hair catching the light. "It's respect," I said, locking his eyes. "Your daughter, my brother, they think Nexus's CEO belongs with the help. I don't partner with folks who spit on my work." Lily's "you're ruining my day" cracked, her silk gown quivering, but Ethan's "she's right" was firm. $30 million, Frank," I said. "Your system's mine, and you didn't know Ryan's sister ran it?" Frank's jaw twitched. Ryan's "I didn't think," cut by James's "enough." Ellen's handkerchief fell, her "Scott's legacy," a ghost as guests whispered, phones glowing. "You lied," Frank growled at Ryan, his "Nexus is gold" from the patio raw. "Eleanor told you Sarah's Nexus." Ryan stammered, his tux rumpled, Lily's "Daddy, fix it!" shrill. I stood tall, Nora's "you're free" buzzing, my $200 million firm, no hobby. "Nexus don't need y'all," I said calm. "We've got Westfield Apex, clients who value us." A businessman, Thomas Harrington, leaned in, his coastal developments interested low, another sliding a card. Gerald Winters Apex. My contract pull wasn't revenge. It was my worth, lit like Dallas neon. Lily stormed off, her 2mm wedding ruined, trailing, Ryan following, Frank's face stone. Ellen's "Sarah, please" was faint, but I turned to Ethan. "Let's go," I said, my boots clicking past gawking guests. Their "she's the CEO" murmurs sharp. I'd funded Ryan's frat dues, their water bill, and got the kitchen for it. James's computers ain't business from my MIT grad. Ellen's "Scott's the man" at my launch. Lies I'd torched. Clara's "they're snakes" grounded me, my resolve hard. Outside, the valet's "nice Tesla, ma'am" sparked a grin. Built it myself, I said, tipping big, Ethan's chuckle warm. Ryan's shadow loomed in my mirror, his "Sarah, wait!" desperate, but I kept the engine purring. Their stage, Ellen's nods, James's pride, Lily's contempt, was crumbling. My 30-baller pull a gavel. Nora's "You're enough" was my truth. My firm, my stage. They'd thought I'd stay there nobody. But I'd walk away, head high, ready to rebuild. Flashback to last spring, their Oak Cliff porch, 2023. I'd signed the 30mm deal. Ellen's, Ryan's promotions big, loud. James nodded, said, "He's our legacy." I stood there, my contract buried. No nod, no thanks. Ryan smirked, said, "Tech's a side gig." I thought family was giving till you broke. I gripped the wheel, the city's oak-lined streets glowing. Lily's sneer, Ryan's nod, Frank's shock. They'd learn what CEO meant when their deal crashed. I wasn't their help no more. I was Sarah, founder, leader, visible. Ever walked away from kin's disrespect? Drop it below. My boots scuffed the Deep Ellum Estates driveway, June 2024. The Dallas night sharp with champagne fizz. My navy dress creased as I gripped my Tesla's wheel. Ryan's "Fix it." And Lily's "You ruined my wedding," still raw from my $30 Nexus Technologies contract pull. I'd built my $200 firm from MIT grit, but Ellen's, Ryan's "Our Star" and James's business's real work from my teens burned, my kitchen seating at Ryan's wedding a fresh slap. Ethan's "You owned 'em" buzzed from the passenger seat. Nora's "You're free" texting fierce, my resolve hard as Dallas oak. I pulled away, the jukebox from a nearby bar thumping faintly, my stomach twisting as James's "You destroyed Scott" echoed, Ellen's tear-streaked "Family first." A lie. At the valet, Ryan caught up, his tux rumpled, face pale. "Sarah, you tanked Dad's firm," he shouted. Lily trailing, her silk gown quivering. "You tanked me," I said, voice low. "Kitchen seating, Ryan, you approved it." His jaw dropped, his Lily pushed, I didn't, cut by Lily's "He's right." Ellen's handkerchief fluttered, her "You're selfish" sharp. James's "Manners, young lady," louder than my MIT grad clap. Selfish? I laughed, raw, guests gawking. I built Nexus, 200 Malum, 65 jobs, signed Frank's $30 deal, and y'all hid me with the help. Ryan's "I knew you had a tech thing" stammered, his "didn't know it was Nexus" a lie. Frank's "Eleanor told you" raw. I'd clawed through 80-hour weeks, their hobby shade, funded Ryan's frat dues, their water bill, yet got grease stains for it. "You lied to Frank," I said, locking Ryan's eyes. "Your legacy needed me small." Ellen's sob choked, James's "Fix this," a roar. But I slid into my car, Ethan's nod steady. Ryan texted, "Lunch, just us?" My jaw twitched, his "I didn't stop her" from the driveway raw. I met him at a Deep Ellum diner, his face ashen. "Lily was jealous," he said, eyes down. "Your success made me look small, so I let her seat you there." My laugh was bitter. James's "Scott's our legacy" from my grad dinner a sting. "I funded your frat, Ryan. Built Nexus alone," I said, voice iron. "You dimmed me for your shine." His "I'm sorry" cracked, his "I was wrong" a start I'd watch, not carry. Nora's "You're enough" echoed. At Nora's Deep Ellum apartment, oak-lined streets dark, I sank onto her couch, coffee mug warm, my clutch's contract copy creased. "They're imploding," Nora said, her drawl fierce, her "you burned their stage" sharp. My phone buzzed. Aunt Diane, James's estranged sister, her voice unexpected. "Sarah, heard about the wedding," she said, her "I'm proud" heavy. "They did me dirty too. Built my design firm, got called a hobby." My breath caught, her Powell men dim women slicing like a kolache knife. Ellen's "Ryan's the man" from my launch raw. "How'd you know?" I asked, Nora's eyes wide. "Dallas talks," Diane said, her chuckle warm. You broke their pattern, Sarah, like I did. We talked an hour, her stories, Summers at Powell Construction, James's takeover, mirroring my kitchen exile. You're not alone, she said, her dinner invite a spark. Clara's Their Snakes buzzed, grounding me like a Texas oak. My 30-ball Miller pull wasn't just business. It was breaking decades of shade. My 200-mile firm, no ghost. Frank's firm was bleeding. Clara's clients ditching him, sharp. Ryan's legacy crumbling. Flashback to last winter, their Oak Cliff porch 2023. I'd signed the 30-bell deal. Ellen's Ryan's promotions big, loud. James nodded, said, he's our legacy. I stood there, my contract buried. No nod, no thanks. Ryan smirked, said, Tex a side gig. I thought family was giving till you broke. I stood, Nora's U1 fierce, my mug cooling. Ryan's betrayal, Ellen's silence, James's rage. They dimmed me, but my contract pull, Diane's call, were my light. My 200-mile firm, my truth, wasn't invisible no more. They'd face their fallout, and I'd rise, brick by brick. Clara's You're Free was my spark, my resolve hard as Dallas oak. Their stage was ash, and my future was mine. Ever learned Kin's hidden patterns? Drop it below! My Deep Ellum office hummed with startup pitches. July 2024. The Dallas morning crisp with coffee steam. My jeans loose as I reviewed Nexus Technologies' new client proposals. My 30-mile contract pull from Frank's firm, still echoing from Ryan's wedding kitchen humiliation in June. Lily's help belongs in the kitchen sneer, and Ryan's I let her admission burned. But Aunt Diane's you broke their pattern call fueled my 200-mile firm's rise. Nora's You're a Queen, Sarah, buzzed from our last Colache run. My women's tech mentorship poster pinned to my wall. My resolve hard as Dallas oak. I leaned back, the jukebox from a nearby bar thumping faintly, my inbox flashing with offers from wedding guests. Thomas Harrington's Coastal Development, Gerald Winters' Apex Investments, sparked by my contract takedown. Frank's firm was bleeding clients, Clara's They're Ditching Him text sharp, Lily's influencer deals tanking, her Instagram silent, Miss June's gossip fierce. I'd clawed through MIT, ramen nights, their hobby shade, built Nexus, 65 employees, global reach. Yet Ellen's Ryan's our star from my grad dinner lingered, a ghost I'd torched. My phone pinged. Harrington. Demo next week, Sarah? I grinned. My 30-mile loss offset by Coastal's $20 potential. Gregory's Westfield's close memo warm. Ryan's lunch at Luciano's replayed. His I was wrong raw but shaky. You dimmed me for Lily's shine, I'd said. His I'm sorry a start I'd watch, not carry. Ellen's call came next. Her rose-scented voice soft. Sarah, I failed you, she said. Her we're proud thin, her mall clerk job a far cry from Ryan's pedestal. Prove it, I said, voice low, Nora's keep boundaries fierce, my mug cooling. I launched Visible, a mentorship for women in tech, inspired by Diane's Powell Men, Dim Women. 20 mentees, facing family shade, boardroom bias, met weekly. Their thanks Sarah texts piling up. Lily texted, lost my sponsors, work in retail. I'm sorry. My jaw twitched. Her practical navy jab raw. You planned my exile, I replied. Her I was jealous a crack-eyed monitor, not mend. Clara's she's humbled buzzed. Her boutique job scraping by, no match for my 200-millimeter stage. I'd funded Ryan's frat, their water bill, and got grease stains for it. Now my fund was my fire. Ethan swung by, his Harrington's hyped, warm, his venture capital nod from the wedding grounding me. You're killing it, he said, eyeing my mentorship poster. Why'd they dim me? I asked. James's computers ain't business from my launch raw. They needed Ryan's shine, he said, his you don't anymore steady. Nora's you're enough echoed, her potluck brisket tin on my desk. My phone buzzed. Winters. Apex wants 15 mil deal, Sarah. My chest eased, Frank's gold deal fading. My firm's future lit like Dallas neon. Flashback to last fall, their Oak Cliff porch, 2023. I'd signed the 30 Mullum deal, Ellen's, Ryan's promotions big loud. James nodded, said, "He's our legacy." I stood there, my contract buried. No nod, no thanks. Ryan smirked, said, "Tech's a side gig." I thought family was giving till you broke. I stood, Nora's, "You burned their script," fierce, my coffee cooling. Ryan's betrayal, Ellen's lies, James's rage, they dimmed me. But Harrington's offer, Diane's truth, were my light. My $200 firm, my mentorship, weren't invisible no more. They'd face their mess, and I'd rise brick by brick. Clara's "You're free" was my spark, my resolve, hard as Dallas oak. My future was mine, and I'd never sit in their kitchen again. Ever turn to betrayal into opportunity? Drop it below. Ellen's letter landed. "Sarah, therapy's helpin'. Can we talk?" My resolve held, her Scots legacy, a lie I'd buried. "Time, not words," I texted, her mall job a step I'd watch. Ryan's "Dinner Just Us" followed, his "I see you now," raw but unearned. "Bring Ethan," I replied, boundaries firm. Diane's "You're not alone," my shield. James's silence loomed, his manners roar from the driveway a ghost. But I wasn't chasing their nod no more. My mentees, "You changed my pitch texts," my one number for local startups, were my stage. Clara's "Lily's Insta's dead" hit soft. Miss June's "Frank's firm's toast," sharper. I'd starved for Ellen's proud, hid for Ryan's shine, but Nexus, visible, my truth, lit my way. A neighbor's "You're our rock" from last week's potluck lingered, their coloche tin warm. I'd built this, not for their legacy, but mine, my firm's growth, my mic, no kitchen needed. My deep Elm home buzzed with potluck chatter. December 2024, the Dallas evening warm with BBQ smoke, a sweet tea mug steaming as Nora passed colleges, and my visible mentees swapped tech pitch tales. My $200 Nexus technologies soared. The $30 contract pull from Frank's firm at Ryan's June wedding, a fading scar, Lily's kitchen help sneer, and Ryan's seating nod ash now. Aunt Diane's "You broke their pattern" fueled my women's tech mentorship. Ellen's "Ryan's our star" from my MIT days buried. Nora's "You're a queen, Sarah" buzzed from our last brunch, my oak table a hearth for my chosen kin. I leaned against my counter, my jeans loose, neon from a nearby bar flickering outside. Lily's influencer gigs were dust. Her retail job steady, per Clara's "She's humbled" text. Ellen's mall clerk role softened her, her rose-scented pleas quiet, James's roofing firm on pause, Miss June's gossip sharp. I'd clawed through MIT, ramen nights, their hobby shade, my visible program of 40 women now, my flame. "You good, Sarah?" Nora asked, her drawl fierce. "Shinin'," I grinned, my tea cool, a mentee's "Your tips got us 300K" warm. My phone pinged. "Thomas Harrington, Coastal's 20 deals signed, Sarah." I smiled. Nexus's Apex contract humming, my wedding pull sparking $35 in new clients. Lily's call came, her voice low. "I'm sorry, Sarah. Retail's real. I was wrong." My jaw twitched, her practical Navy jab raw. "You exiled me, Lil," I said, my contract copy creased. "Keep showing change." Her "I'm tryin'" cracked, her boutique sketches selling, a step I'd watch, not mend. Nora's "Keep boundaries" echoed, my resolve steady. Ellen's text landed, "Sarah, therapy's workin', dinner?" My chest tightened. Her Scots legacy, from my launch a ghost. "Time, Ellen," I replied, her "I'm proud" thin, her mall job a truth I'd monitor. Ryan's lunch replayed, his "I dimmed you" raw. "I see you now," he'd said, his construction job scraping by, a start I'd hold him to. James called, his voice softer. "I missed your shine, Sarah," he said, his business is real work, a sting fading. "Prove it, Dad," I said. Diane's Powell men, dim women grounding me, my mug cooling. Visible's gala raised 1.5 NEM for Dallas startups. My mentees, you changed my life texts piling up. My book on tech leadership pre-ordered high. Ethan's You're Unstoppable warmed me, his venture capital nod from the wedding steady. Why'd they hide me? I asked. Ellen's hobby jab raw. They needed Ryan's stage, he said. His you don't firm. Clara's Lily's Insta's gone buzzed. Her retail grind reel. Frank's firm a shadow, my 200mm Nexus my mic. No kitchen needed. I stood. Nora's you burned their script fierce, my tea cooling. Ryan's betrayal, Ellen's silence, James's shade. They dimmed me, but Visible's impact, Nexus's deals, were my light. My $200 firm, my mentorship, weren't hidden no more. They'd face their mess, and I'd rise, brick by brick. Clara's You're Enough was my spark, my resolve hard as Dallas oak. My truth was my stage, and I'd never shrink again. Ever rebuilt after kin's shade? Drop it below. My deep Elm office glowed with potluck warmth. June 2025. The Dallas evening thick with BBQ smoke. My sweet tea mug steaming as Nora passed kolaches. Ryan shared construction tales, and my visible mentees toasted startup wins. My $200 Nexus Technologies hummed. The $30 contract pull from Frank's firm I hosted a community potluck, mentees and neighbors mixing. Nora's You Built This fierce. Ryan showed his I'm proud shaky, his job a step, not a fix. Keep showing up, I said, boundaries firm, his nod earnest. Ellen's I read your book landed soft. Her therapy a spark I'd watch. James's dinner soon text waited. His I failed you, raw, a bridge I'd cross slow. My mentees, You're our rock echoed, their kolache tin on my counter, my community, my kin. What's next? Nora asked, her eyes bright. More startups, more truth, I said, my resolve hard. I'd fought through their lies, my pride to rise, not for their legacy, but mine. My firm's growth, my mentees' wins, my stage, brighter than their shade. Clara's You're Free buzzed, a neighbor's You're Our Hero, from last week's potluck lingering, my home warm. Flashback to last spring, their Oak Cliff porch, 2023. I'd signed the $30 deal. Ellen's Ryan's promotions big loud. James nodded, said, he's our legacy. I stood there, my contract buried. No nod, no thanks. Ryan smirked, said, Texas-side gig. I thought family was giving till you broke. I leaned against my counter, my jeans loose, neon from a nearby bar flickering outside. Ryan's construction job steadied him, his I dimmed you from our diner lunch, a truth he'd earned back, per Clara's He's Real Now text. Lily's retail grind bloomed into a boutique, her influencer days gone, Miss June's gossip soft. Ellen's mall job humbled her therapy deep, James's roofing firm quiet, his I failed you raw. I'd clawed through MIT, ramen nights, their hobby shade, my 3M Muir for Dallas startups my flame. You good, Sarah? Ryan asked, his voice warm. Brightest yet, I grinned, my tea cool, Nora's our rock, fierce. Clara raised her glass, the crowd hushing. To Sarah, y'all, our light. Cheers erupted. Ryan's damn right loud, his job badge pinned. Lily's I'm proud soft, her boutique sketches gifted. I smiled, my mug warm. To empowered peace, I said, my voice iron. Families who lifts you, not who dims. Nora's hug, Diane's nod, mentees, you changed us, wrapped me like a quilt. I'd starved for Ellen's proud, hid for Ryan's shine, but Nexus, visible, my 200 truth, were mine, brighter than their shade. Ellen's book copy arrived, dog-eared, her note steady. Sarah, I see you. My chest eased, her Scott's legacy a ghost, her I'm changin' at our last coffee reel. You're showing it, I'd said, Her mall job a bridge I'd cross slow. Ryan's I read your book landed. His you're my hero, raw. His hustle a truth I'd hold. James's dinner came. His I missed you soft. His business is real work. A sting faded. Keep seeing me, I said. Diane's Powell men dim women my shield. Boundaries firm. Lily's boutique thrived. Her I was wrong at our meet earnest. Her practical navy jabash. Why'd we dim you? She asked, eyes wet. Some script others to glow, I said, voice low. But we glow brighter, Lil. Her nod, her sketch, a Dallas skyline, hit like a Texas sunrise, grounding me. Frank's firm folded, his nexus was gold, a whisper. Ethan's you're unstoppable warm, his venture capital nod steady. My mentees, your gala saved my startup texts piled up, my $200 firm, my mic, no kitchen needed. Nora's you burned their script, echoed, her potluck brisket tin on my desk. My phone pinged. Harrington, Coastal's double into 40 nillers, Sarah. My laugh was light. Apex's deal humming, my contract pull sparking 60 nillers and new clients. Ellen's, I bragged about you at her book club. Ryan's job, James's, I'm proud. Steps I'd watch, not carry. A neighbor's, you're our hero. From last week's potluck lingered, their kolache tin warm. My community, my kin. What's next? Nora asked, her eyes bright. More startups, more truth, I said, my resolve hard. I'd fought through their lies, my pride to rise, not for their legacy, but mine. My firm's growth, Visible's impact, my stage, lit like Dallas neon. Clara's you're free buzzed, a mentee's you're my rock text warm. I'd been their help, but my truth, my kin, stood tall. Flashback to last spring, their Oak Cliff porch, 2023. I'd signed the $30 deal. Ellen's, Ryan's promotions big loud. James nodded, said, he's our legacy. I stood there, my contract buried, no nod, no thanks. Ryan smirked, said, Texas side gig. I thought family was giving till you broke. I stepped onto my porch, deep elm neon glowing, oak trees swaying like sentinels. Ryan's hustle, Ellen's growth, James's effort. They'd earn my trust, not claim it. I'd torched their shade, my 200 Malnor firm, my mentorship, my light. Nora's cheers, Diane's tales, my mentee's wins lit my way. My stage, my own. My phone buzzed. Clara. Proud of you, Sarah. I pocketed it, free. I wasn't their kitchen help no more. I was Sarah, founder, mentor, home. What's your piece after Kin's disrespect? Drop it below and subscribe to my channel for more Reddit stories that hit hard.